Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you for tuning in. Let's do a fast lap of the fish room and get you caught up on some changes that I've done recently and how things are going very, very well in here. Let's get into why that's happening. Well, Chris at the Aquatic Critter was right. He said if you buy a hornwort, in about a month or so you're going to be giving it away and breaking off pieces and sharing it with friends. I've had to remove about 50% of this hornwort because it was just really taking over the aquarium, and that's not to say that I don't love it, because I do. I think it's a great looking plant. Does a great job of providing cover, provides a little bit of shade for the anubias, which need less light, and kind of drifts around, finds its own position in the tank. So I'm happy with it, but I do have to really cut it back on a regular basis because it's growing like crazy. And I guess that's a good sign. The fish in here are doing great. See, the other plants have become very, very well established. And the recent addition like this wisteria here is just looking beautiful. Love the top of that plant. I've got a little bit on both sides. See a little red guy up here. Every time I plant him, he gets pulled up. I thought it was the electric blue Ocharas they're pulling up. Maybe it's the Cories or the Plecos. I'm not sure. Some red-tailed rasboras, some rummy noses, some lemons, serpas, cherry barbs, neons, some autos. A little auto right there. Very cool. Let's go over here to the 90. I'm very happy with the progress that's occurred here in the 90. I really feel I can confidently say that I've turned the corner on that on the hole in the head. You see a little bit of leftover scarring, but it is definitely moving in the right direction. And you'll notice that the electric blue Ocharas have been moved to this tank, and they're a lot darker in this substrate and lighting, and also with these tank mates. Those are all different factors that can affect the color of a fish. Its tank mates, of course, can affect whether color's up or color's down. Lighting, substrate, background, all those things have an impact on the color of a fish, and you can see how much darker the electric blue Ocharas are since I brought them over to this tank. Very pretty fish. Everyone else in here is doing great. Including my very shy red shoulder who likes to hide back here. Let's go around this way and cut across. This is my little Pleco tank. It's just full of baby Plecos. And there's also some big ones in there too. The parents, the bushy noses. Don't show you that tank too often. It's actually running on a aquarium co-op light at 10%. So it's very dimly lit. I just give them the regular, I give them pellets, like cichlid pellets, and I give them wafers, and I'll throw some cucumber in there, and some zucchini. Here's the 210 gallon. Some very good news in here is that this green tear is really going after food. So something's changed. Something's changed with him. Not sure if it's his relationship in the pecking order in the aquarium or something, but he's been going after food now and actually holding on to it, not spitting it out. Now recently I did I remixed my cichlid mix. I put more greens into it and included more of the I have some extreme in there. I have some Sarah, and I added a lot of the North Fin, and so he's been eating it like crazy. Boy, that's a pretty fish, huh? Look at that chocolate. He's got some nice red in his body, some little bit of that sort of purpley magenta I've been feeding the fish once a day, and usually once a week they'll get a bloodworm treat, which is probably what was keeping the green terror alive, because he loves the bloodworms. He also loves the freeze-dried shrimp and tubifex worms that I pick up from the aquarium co-op. Part of the problem with him eating is being able to compete with the big Oscar, because whenever I drop anything in, the Oscar attacks it with so much speed and force that he kind of blows all the other fish away. So I have to make sure I have food in here that sinks rapidly so that everybody can participate in the feeding. There's the Salvini, one of my favorite all-time fish. Beautiful vieja. Love the markings and colors on that vieja. Beautiful Nicaragua. Female. Silver dollars continue to thrive and get big, being left alone by the other fish. Let's go over here to the 300. Everyone here is doing well. Bucochromis rhodesii yellow. The tank boss, Malawi trout, pushing about 10 inches. Beautiful sand diver. Very heavy, thick fish. Not the boss, but nobody messes with him because it's just such a big hunk of a fish. Little pygmy Venusus. Very slow grower, especially compared to this Fusco. Grew like a weed. Very unusual looking gar. Malawi hawk. Strigatus. There's my Kawingi. Make them out. Bucochromis spectabilis. They were just fed, but like always, whenever I approach the tank, they think they're going to be fed again. Like puppy dogs. Over here we have the Betta penthouse. He's thriving. Loving life. All the plants in here, the Java fern, the petite Anubias, the larger Anubias. This little red fellow here who has sort of settled into his own spot, and now he's running roots down in there. They're all doing great. You can see some of the hornwort that was taken out of the 55 in here, along with some Sprite. Come over here to the 20-gallon rimless. And what's real surprising about this tank is if you go up on the top of it, it's in the, again, added hornwort that I put in there. Not sure if you can even make it out, but there is so many fry, which I guess is a good sign. See him in there working the top. There's a little Sarah algae wafer up there that they're working on. But I don't know, it's gonna be maybe a dozen, maybe 15, 20 fry floating around in here. Some of the other hornwort has gone into this quarantine tank which would be very interesting if I quarantine some cichlids, because I'm sure they'll try and tear it apart. But little Siamese algae eater is loving life. Has the run of a 29-gallon. Him and a Pleco pretty much run the show in here, and they're enjoying the heck out of it. The UV, I think, is making a difference. This is the UV that I've added to the 90-gallon, the UV system. Green machine. I think it's contributing to this water quality, which you can see is pretty good. So there's your quick lap of the fish room. I hope you enjoyed that. Certainly share your thoughts, tips, comments below. Always appreciated. I've got to get ready for today's live stream. I'm running way behind, but that's how life's been recently. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell if you're inclined to, and consider becoming a Patreon monthly supporter. Starts for as little as $3 a month, really helps. And I'll see you for the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. That's every Saturday at 11 a.m. Great group of fish keepers get together and talk about everything related to fish keeping, and just a lot of fun. All right, thank you, my friends. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.